welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is your girl Louisa. So this week I'm gonna get right into it because I have been waiting to talk about this topic. I think it's becoming more of a thing. Like I don't understand why we as women are allowing ourselves to go through so much. Like, it is getting onto my last nerve that so many strong women, so many women with some like good head on their shoulders are allowing themselves to be in spaces where they are chasing after, running after a man, a boy really, who is not willing to commit, who is not willing to sacrifice, who is not willing to really invest in something good, right? It's tricky. So we're just gonna chat today. I'm not giving you guys any points or whatnot. I'm just going to chat with you guys and let you guys know how I feel about this, about men who won't commit, but more than that, women who are chasing these men who won't commit. But I'm not coming from a judgmental place, because listen, sis, I am just like you. I know exactly what that looks like. I know what it looks like to really be pushing for somebody like that is not even trying to like be with you. Although he says he's trying to be with you, he's just gonna give you excuses like, it's not the right time, I am not ready, blah blah. Wait again, like he's got a list of things, and then he tells you stuff like, but you're an amazing woman, I honor you, I value you. Like, he's gonna tell you all the right things, but also tell you all the other reasons why he can't really commit. Or he's going to expect you to be girlfriend, expect you to play wifey, but he's not really gonna play his part. And what this does to a woman is like, yo, he's trying to keep you bound, but there are no boundaries, there are no limitations, there are no like restrictions. So essentially he can really end up with whoever he wants to end up with, and you won't have anything to say with it about it. But then again, you as a woman, because we are just so tender-hearted, I know, and this is not a bad thing. This is not a bad thing that we are tender-hearted and all of that. We are going to stay loyal to this guy, the guy who is just not willing to commit. And I am here to just like break that whole idea, that concept for you, because like I said, I've been there. And let me tell you, I don't want another sister to go through what I went through, because that was emotional turmoil. You know how heartbreaking it is to go through a heartbreak that, like, how do I even say this? Like, the person wasn't even your boyfriend. Like, you can't say I was committed to this person, like we were in a relationship, or you can't say any of that. Like, that is like, that is so painful, because it's like, how did he break your heart if you guys didn't even date? But this is what happens when we as women don't set a standard. We have to set a standard. We are not getting any younger. Unfortunately, we are not getting any younger, and in this generation there is just this a culture of Gone Girls Worldwide, or I'm gonna be a clown for him, or just ridiculous things. When you really look at them, it's like, this doesn't make any sense, because this is not feeding me on an emotional point of view. It's not feeding my spirit, it's not feeding my mind, it is not healthy for me, it is not healthy for my well-being. But we romanticize it because we have created this culture that it is just so cool to be with a guy who is not emotionally available. No way, not on my watch, not on my channel. But anyway, okay, cool, guys. So I have been observing this, right, just from talking to friends, and also just from like my own personal life. And it's so hard to give a person advice when they come to me with this topic. Like, girl, I don't know why he won't commit. I don't know why, like, we ain't gonna take the next step. Like, he says he's about me, he says he'll always love me, he says this, he says that, he says this. Wait, see, like I said, there's always like a long list as to what this boy said, but then there is this issue of commitment. And what I have learned is that this whole topic, this little announcement that he carries to give to you, is nothing more than just a little, what can I say, like some merchandise for you to wear while you wait for him as he scouts for other options that could possibly be better. And if he doesn't find anything better, he's actually hoping to find something better. But if he doesn't find anything better, then you'll be good enough. The truth about that is that you are already good enough. You are already good enough, and there is no need for you to chase somebody, for love, for approval, for comfort. There is absolutely no reason for you to be chasing anybody for any of that. And that boils down to the core of it all. We are living in a society where women don't value themselves as much as they should. Women are not necessarily seeing themselves in the eyes of the Father, the eyes that God has created you through, right? Like, does that even make sense? But what I'm basically trying to say is that before you were even born, the Lord had a plan, had a purpose for your life. He had set you apart, and he sees you as valuable. He sees you as worthy. To him, you are beautifully and wonderfully made. There is so much. You have so much going for you. Like, you have so much going for you. You are of value. You are worth more than jewels. Girl, come on. Come on. There is just so much going for you. It is not even an external issue. It is more an internal issue. It is more a, yo girl, are you seeing your value type of issue? Because we are not seeing our value. And this is a call where somebody needs to be like, okay, I need to be single for a minute. I need to be single for a minute and do some like introspection. Do some introspection and really search my heart, really search my own motives and see what it is that I'm wanting. One of my pastors, Dr. Faith, she is absolutely amazing. You should check her out on YouTube, Faith Walkama. But she says, like, why would anybody go buy milk if they have a cow? And that just makes so much sense to me. Like, why in the world would I, if I have chickens in my yard, why would I go running around to the grocery store to get some eggs? That's nothing I would do. And that is the issue. We are expecting men to commit. We are expecting them to give more. You are expecting, I don't know, you're expecting a ring. You're expecting him to make you his wife. You're even expecting him to make you his girlfriend, but you're giving him everything. You're giving him your time. You're giving him your body. You're giving him your money. Oh my gosh, you're giving him so much. Why would he take the next step? He has no reason to take the next step. He has no reason to sacrifice. He has no reason to pursue. He is so comfortable because you are spoon feeding him. This spirit of desperation really needs to go down to the pits. And the lioness in you needs to arise, because that girl who knows what she wants, that girl who knows where she's going, that girl who knows what she wants to attract in life, that girl is a match for a man who will be intentional, is a match for a man who will pursue her in the right way. And it's so important for us as women to learn what godly pursuit looks like. There is the standard that this world gives us. There is just this standard that is romanticized, how a person is supposed to look, what he's supposed to say, how he's supposed to sound, and all of these lists that I've been talking about that are so like unrealistic compared to the standard that God has for us. This is a call for us as women to now set a standard as to what it is that we want. I often say, we are not necessarily responsible for how people treat us, but we are responsible for how we react. And I think we can just take that a little bit further and say, you know what? We actually are responsible for how people treat us. People can treat us a certain way, but as soon as they cross a boundary, it is up to us. It is up to you as a woman. It is up to you as a woman to say, dude, stop. You have crossed a boundary. This is where it stops. You are not going to treat me that way. I am not going to go over and above. Like, I'm going to protect my peace, I'm going to protect my body, I'm going to protect my well-being in general. I'm just going to protect it all. And I'm not going to allow you to trespass. I'm not going to allow you to have more than what you should. We need to stop giving people more than what they need to have, more than what they're entitled to. Nobody is entitled to anything. Nobody is entitled to anything that belongs to you. Nobody. Not even that guy that you have been dating for about 3 years. Not even that guy that you have been sleeping with for 5 months. He is not entitled to your time. He is not entitled to anything. And it is up to you now to make those necessary boundaries. Set those necessary boundaries and set your standard as a woman. Set your standard about your peace, about your mental health. Just set a standard, period. And it all starts with what you want, yes, but who you are. I think it is more so an identity crisis than anything else. People who don't know who they are will tend to go to things that are not good for them, because you're still trying to find, you're still trying to search. And we can really only truly find our truest form of identity when we go back to the creator who created us, our father in heaven, the one who knows us by name. And when we search him, and when we search his heart, and when we search his intentions, and when we search the entirety of who he is, we get to discover who we are. And when we know who we are, we get to set standards and set boundaries and set a protection zone for our destiny, for where we're going, because our identity is definitely tied to our destiny. When you have a full understanding of who you need to be. And this is why you often hear that, like, the enemy's biggest tactic is making sure you never find out your identity, making sure you never find out who you're supposed to be, making sure you set standards according to what the world says, you set standard according to what's trending, you set standards according to what's in fashion. That is the enemy's biggest tactic, because as soon as he distracts you from your purpose, and as soon as he gets you to be a replica of someone else, he knows that you're never going to be who you were called to be. He knows that you're never going to reach your fullest potential. And if he can stop you from reaching your fullest potential, he can stop the glory of God from shining through you, from exerting through you. And the glory of God is something that really dwells within us, and we need to find it. We need to dig through it. We need to chase God and pursue God and unravel that in its entirety, so that we can walk into who we were meant to be. Those dreams, that goal, whatever it is that you're pursuing in life, your heart's desire, far beyond the cash money, far beyond the nice husband or whatnot, that purpose, that thing that you carry within you is so determined and so dependent on you securing your identity. Like, your identity is the bag. If you're trying to secure the bag, secure your identity first. Securing your identity and walking in pursuit of that. And if you have somebody in your life, a boy who is not sure about you, who is still trying to scope his other options, and you are really like putting your back in it for this boy, sis, I beg, like, can we please get to a point where we can release this? And I know it's hard. It's easier said than done, because you built so much. You built so much with this person. You built so much in your head. You built so much, and you really want it to work. But I think it is and something that I really believe, like, the Lord really wanted me to share this on my channel, is because there are just so many women wasting their time. And it is pivotal for you to get to a point where you let it go completely, surrender it to God. Anything you surrender to God, he turns around and makes it beautiful. He is the God who makes beauty from ashes. And I believe that for me, I believe that for you. And I know that sometimes we step out of God's will because we don't trust him. We don't trust that he has the best for us. We don't trust that he has good intentions for us. We don't trust that he really has something in store for us. And that is why we sin sometimes. We sin sometimes because we're just like, yeah, I guess sure. I better take matters into my own hands, because I'm not sure that this God is really going to pull through. And God is saying to you today that he is going to pull through. You just need to believe it. You just need to stick with it. You just need to surrender, 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 surrender. And I believe that if you have the desire in your heart to get married or whatnot, like God, in his beauty, he could and he can make that happen. He can make that happen. He will make that happen if you surrender it to him. Stop trying to find it for yourself. Stop trying to manipulate it. Like, girl, you have so much going on for you. So that is it for me today, because if I keep on talking, I'm gonna talk forever. Stay tuned for my video next week. I'm going to be talking about some red flags, like if you're in a relationship, what red flags to look out for. And I am so excited that y'all tuned in today. Like, I'm so excited for next week's video too. Bye guys. Bye. Like, subscribe, comment, and share